So thank you all for coming. As Jared said, my name is Karlijn. I'll be introducing you to Socionext today. I myself just finished my studies as a new media student, and I also did some political science here in Amsterdam. And now in my summer I'm just helping Jared with Socionext. Today I'll be telling you what Socionext is. Most of you already know. It's a social entrepreneurship program. It's a challenge. It's going to be an event eventually. And the end goal is that big party, to raise money for scholarships for South African students. Okay, so we're going to start a bit about the whole idea behind Socionext. Then I'm going to tell you what it has to offer for students, so where the focus lies in the courses. And after that, we're going to talk about the fun event at the end. So the guiding philosophy behind Socionext is because now, of course, we live in a time where everybody is connected with each other. The program is inspired by the possibilities that we have nowadays. We have internet, new media, everybody has a telephone, there's mobile communication, everybody can come in contact with each other and also help people that are more far away than before. So some examples, farmers in Africa now, they can call each other up. They live in the outbacks of Africa and they can still call each other to find out for what price their products are selling for in the cities. That way they can regain power, market power in their position. Also, we know immigrant workers in Europe. They can send back remittances back home so they can care for their family even though they're like worlds apart. And also, even attacks on protesting students in Tibet can reach world news just because it was caught on a tourist camera. So, keyword again is connected. Everybody's connected. We can activate our own networks to help another. Our generation has already made it quite clear that we're ready to step up to the challenges that we have today. So we want change. And that's where Socionext comes in. So it offers a community platform for students to come together, put their talents together, join forces, and help someone else. I think everybody's familiar with the concept right now. Let's see. And also it offers students a chance to develop their skills. It's not only about helping someone else, but students can also be involved in developing skills that are often ignored in the study halls. It's going to be about entrepreneurship, actually doing something. So, besides the theoretical knowledge, there's going to be a firm theoretical base that you're used to when you go to university. But it's also going to focus on entrepreneurship, doing something, starting a business, knowing how to start if you want to actually make a difference in the world. It's also going to focus on market activation. If you want people to know about an event, if you want them to know about the cause of Socionext, you have to activate the right markets. Otherwise, you won't get any money. And of course, social network fundraising, that's a thing of now. We're all on Facebook, just like we saw this. This is Leslie, one of the students we'll be working for, hypothetically, of course. You can reach each other via these networks that we're so closely connected to. What's a better way of creating awareness for your cause if you just tag someone on Facebook or just connect to them very easily? And last, of course, cross-cultural communication. Via Socionext, you get a chance to communicate with these South African students, maybe in the future other students from other countries in Africa and hopefully throughout the world. And through that contact, you learn from each other. And that should be a very interesting point. So if there's any questions during the presentation, just ask me. Okay, the goal. The goal is, of course, to raise money for scholarships. Scholarships for students in Africa that are equally talented as us, only they don't have the money for it. This is one of the aims, to raise as much money as possible, and that would be through the challenge, through the event. Students that are in Socionext will be divided into groups, into teams. They'll appoint a team captain, and they'll be guided by professional coaches from the field. So that could be anybody with a marketing background or a strategic advisory background that would help these students. These students will have actual direct communication with these coaches so they can attain real know-how, how to put up an event, how to market it, set it into the market, reach the right people. And they would also learn to present it, to sell it to people in order to get enough money for the scholarships for these students. They're just like us, only they don't have the money. There are already some organizations in South Africa that Jared is talking with, that are already experienced in selecting students that are smart, motivated, only they don't have the money. These students will be able to get scholarships for one of the best business administration universities, which is great because in South Africa it's a country with one of the highest inequality levels in the world. Often people put up their own businesses, but if you don't have the right know-how, it will never reach its full potential. So if these young people will know, would have a better knowledge in business in the future, maybe the country, we're helping the country's economy first for all, and maybe in the future the whole country will be improved. So the key thing throughout the whole course, what Chad has been telling me the whole time, your learning experience creates opportunities for others. So it's not only about ourselves, we actually help someone else, and you can really see how you help them. So, the course. It's all put into the student environment. So eventually you'll also get study credits for it. So you'll get points for what you do. And it's going to be embedded in what you're used to on the university. Only besides that, you'll also get practical experience. And that's very good for your personal development, but also for your CV. So what we talked about, Socionext is about skills development, network activation, that's something very important nowadays. Everybody, I think we're all at the age that you're finishing off your studies, you're trying to get a job, only there aren't many jobs available. Well, if you have a big network and you know how to use that network, you'll be into that job that is there for you. You only need one job, you're only one person, but you'll reach that job faster. So that's one of the skills that I think is very important that Socionext will teach us. And of course the network building, because you have to get a network before you can use it. So, other focuses, new media marketing, we already talked about that, also presentation techniques. We all know TED, right? TED Talks. A good presentation will sell your product and create awareness and get people on board faster. So if you're a good presenter and you're confident in presenting, I think you'll get farther in life too. And also team management strategies. As I said before, the students will be divided in teams, appoint a team captain. That team captain may not have been a team captain all his life or her life. So you'll get guidance how to actually lead a team. Now for the challenge, what it's all about. The challenge, I think Chad a couple of weeks ago really gave it shape. It's going to be a big event at the end, so you have something concrete to work towards. That's going to be a big party, for instance. It's going to be full of talks. It's going to be inviting everybody that's interested to donate the money, maybe people that have already been involved, that have already donated big sums of money, for instance, and people that don't want to come to the party, they can donate online via the social networking, of course. Political parties are already doing this on their websites, sometimes only a small box on the side, you just click, and you can donate €3, just like that, with Ideal. So we could have those too. The party is going to be about fun, about information, about creating awareness, and also for the future of Socionext, so other people become aware of it too. And this is what the party could look like. So lots of people, lots of fun, lots of things going on. It's not only going to be about the socializing and the dancing and the music, but there could be other things as well. There could be other causes or other sponsors, or they could be around too and tell their story. Probably that's all up to the students, how they want to create the event or give it shape. So now for the questions and the answers. I think Mark and Chad both would like to answer the questions if I can.